Good morning, everyone. So I'm going to be filming what my kids eat in a day, and I haven't done it in a really long time because when they were going to that other kindergarten, they were having breakfast. Well, they were having breakfast here and then breakfast there. They were having two breakfasts, and then they were having lunch and a snack there. So like basically the only thing I could film was like their dinners, which was bugging me also because I like to be able to plan their meals. So now they're going to a new kindergarten. We've got all of our things ready to go. We got our backpacks. I'm gonna make their they're not gonna be there for lunch because we're doing a short interval day because they're just starting, so I'm gonna pick them up before lunch so it's not too overwhelming. And we've got like all their like mud pants and house shoes we got to bring to the new kindergarten today, and spare outfits. So I have to do everything now. I'm so excited. I can pack lunches for the girls, and we're having breakfast now. So we are having a very simple breakfast. I'm making actually oatmeal, but do you know those like really good? I was addicted to those packaged oatmeals that you guys have in America, the maple sugar ones or whatever they're called. Oh my god, they were so good. And there's like a little trick that you guys can do to make them taste like almost exactly like that. So I just have some of these gluten-free oats. These are like the really thin ones because I'm just going to be adding hot water to this. You really need like the really thin ones if you want things to go quick. Here's what I'm going to add to them before I add the hot water. So just add a dash of maple syrup. Then you add a brown sugar. I'm using coconut sugar. It has a very similar taste. Okay. And the last thing, or actually the last two things, those things are actually pretty salty if you think about it. I like to add just a pinch of salt. They actually have way too much sodium than what's healthy. But I'm adding a pinch of salt just to make them kind of taste like the way they are in the package, because I was addicted to those when I was growing up. So a pinch of salt, and this time of year it's nice to have a little bit of warming cinnamon in there. And then you just fill it until it's full. Stir and wait for the oats to absorb the hot water. Okay, and then here is their brunches. They're not going to actually be there for lunch like I said today, so it's not very elaborate. Just very simple peanut butter sandwiches, some celery sticks, and a little cereal bar, which is made out of maple and dates. Alright, girls are off. I think I really like this kindergarten a lot better so far. The girls have adjusted a lot faster. Like when we got in there, they were like in straight away. They didn't even say goodbye. It was really funny. It's just a lot smaller, and I like how they're organized by age. I think it's quite overwhelming, especially for Leia. The older kids were always all over her because they thought she's a baby. They're always like poking her nose and stuff and poking her belly and like wanting to play like she's a baby. All right, so I'm back home and I did my whole kitchen cleanup, and now I've got like 2 hours till I have to pick up the kids. So in those 2 hours, I'm gonna do some exercise, a little bit of cleaning, and I'm making a vegetable broth right now. So what I use for my vegetable broth, well, it's a little different every time, to be honest, but right now I had some celery, carrots, onion, and I do add the skin to it because it gives the broth like more flavor, and it also actually gives it a really nice color. 3 cloves of garlic, zucchini, because I don't know, I kind of needed something else, so I decided to add zucchini because I had a lot of zucchinis. Teeny tiny bit of chili because the kids are going to be eating this, and no seeds from the chili either. Carrots, I think I already said carrots. Yeah, salt and pepper. Unfortunately, I don't have any like fresh herbs, which is really bothering me actually. But yeah, I'm just gonna let this cook for about 1 to 2 hours. And it's a good way to get some veggies in your kids actually, because the broth absorbs all the nutrients from the vegetables. So when you take the big vegetables out, you're left with all of the healthy stuff. So making soups at home instead of buying them at the store is definitely worth it, and it's so easy and it's way cheaper. So I thought I'd go ahead and share what's going to be for their lunches tomorrow. So I'm already prepping it up. I thought it would be good to just have a whole bunch of spreads in the fridge, like in a little container, ready to spread on bread, especially in the mornings. Now I'm pretty sure I can give them some leftovers from dinner every once in a while if it tastes good cold. I am making for tomorrow, I am making chickpea tuna sandwiches. So right now I'm about to process some chickpeas, so about a can of chickpeas. I'm sneaking in the greens with the spinach, black pepper, nutritional yeast, salt, and a little bit of lemon, and then I'll add some vegan yogurt in a minute. Once you have a nice coarse consistency, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of vegan yogurt. So this is coconut yogurt, and of course it wouldn't be a tuna sandwich without celery in there. So yeah, now I'm just gonna give it a good mix. So now I'm just gonna transfer it to a container to put in the fridge. And when you use about 1 can of chickpeas, that should amount to about maybe 2 days worth of tuna sandwiches. And that's about, I think it would probably last in the fridge up to 3 days or so. Not more than that though. Also for their lunch boxes tomorrow, I've decided to make a chia pudding. Now chia pudding turns out a lot like tapioca, I would say. It has a lot more nutrients though. It has a lot of protein and a lot of healthy omegas. So I'm also going to add some coconut milk. I have about 2.5 tablespoons of chia. And now I'm just filling it up to the top with coconut milk. Added some cacao to make it chocolate flavored. You can make it all kinds of different flavors. And some maple syrup to sweeten it up. And then you just mix it, and you need to let it sit for a minimum of an hour, but like this is going to be sitting in overnight, so it will thicken up really, really good, and the chia seeds will get really soft. You guys will see tomorrow. Okay, so I've taken all the veggies out of the broth, and now we just have this really nice, rich broth. It tastes really, really good. I did it for about 2.5 hours. Right, it's now 12 o'clock. Kids are home. I'm going to bring them down. They're upstairs. So we've got some of that vegetable broth, rainbow noodles, which are colored with spinach powder and beet powder. They have some leftover of their peanut butter sandwich, the other half, and then another half is grilled cheese. And yeah, Leia's got the same. It is 3 o'clock and we are all having green smoothies. They've actually asked for seconds, just spinach, bananas, coconut milk, and a little bit of mango. So I'm in the process of making our dinner. I didn't end up making the dumplings like I had originally planned just because I just wasn't feeling it. Like I started having this like sudden craving for Subway, but hubby's not gonna go get it for me. He never gives me my pregnancy cravings, just so you guys know. I am making myself teriyaki sandwiches because I want sandwiches. That's all I want, sandwiches. So the kids are gonna have some soup. I'm gonna be giving them probably some tofu as well because they're probably gonna want some. All right, so we've got their brunch and their lunch here. I'm pretty sure that they're gonna be there till lunchtime today. So I brought a lunch. So hubby annoyingly thought that the chickpea spread was for him. So he brought that with him to work this morning. So I had to make I just put vegan cheese in their bread because that's like all we have now. Chia pudding, celery for their snack. You can kind of see what's in Leia's. Let me open it. We have an English muffin with peanut butter and jam and some raisins. So that's what's for snack time at the kindergarten. So that's all I'm going to show. I'm actually super irritated with hubby right now. Like, first of all, he didn't want to do my Subway thing. Then he came home and complained about the fact that we were having soup because he hates soup. Tired of like feeling like the freaking chef of a restaurant here. So, all right, guys. Sorry that this ended on kind of an annoyed note. I'm a little bit annoyed. So, all right, guys. See you next time. Hey guys, so today is Monday and I'm finally going to be filming my first pregnancy what I ate. To spice up our Monday night, I decided to make pizza. Now, pizza is an ordeal in this house. I make everything from scratch, from the dough to the sauce to the cheese. I've by far exceeded most of my daily requirements.